Hello everyone, welcome to Tathastu and welcome to our daily current affairs MCQs, wherein we are going to do definitely a lot many MCQs. So this is being presented by me. My name is Khushboo. Let's get started with today's class. But before that, a little bit of information related to Tathastu's courses, and here you can see these are the batches which are going on. These are the classes which are going on. If you want to take admission in any of these, then definitely you can call on any of these numbers, or you can visit our website that is tathastu-ICS.com, and this is our address. You are definitely welcome to visit our office. Let's get started with the very first question. But before that, a very happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. God bless you all. So the very first question is related to Western Hullock Gibbons. The first statement, it is saying that Western Hullock Gibbons are exclusively found within the Western Ghats region. Second statement is they predominantly inhabit trees and venture onto the ground only in rare situations. Third is the Western Hullock Gibbons hold an endangered status according to the IUCN Red List classification. You have to find out that how many of these are correct. Okay, simple. So here the answer is option B, that is only two statements are correct and the first statement is incorrect, because that has actually talked about exclusively found there only. Okay, that's not correct. So reroute railway track running through Assam Gibbon Sanctuary, suggest scientists. Because there are a lot many railways, you can see that there are a lot many railways which actually pass through the forest areas. Okay. Now, when these railway tracks are built, and these are the railway tracks which are built. So what happens? Many a times when the train is, a very simple scenario basically I'm explaining you. When the train goes, many a times you must have heard that these many elephants were killed, because they were crossing the track, and in between that time only a train came, and all of these or many of these were hit by train. So that creates a kind of problem. So here the scientists, they are saying that we are supposed to reroute this. Recently, impact of rerouted railway track on Eastern Assam Sanctuary was done. That how this is basically impacting. From this report, which has been published by Wildlife Institute of India, it has highlighted that newly enrouted railway track spanning 1.65 kilometers, these basically effectively divided the Eastern Assam Sanctuary. And all of us are aware of this thing. This Assam area is highly populated. It is having a diverse number of animals over there. This division has disrupted the natural movements of the Hullock gibbons. What it is doing, that these hullocks are not able to move, because it is creating the kind of diversions, or you can say it is dividing the forest, that area it has divided. So here you can see that there are this whole area is the forest one, but in between the railway track has been constructed. So because of that, the natural movement of hullock is actually being disrupted because of this railway route. So that is why the scientists are actually saying that we need to change this thing. So when it comes to gibbons, gibbons can be classified into several species. Here you can see the name: crested gibbons, hullock gibbons, Saimang gibbons, and dwarf gibbons. These are the ones. When it comes to the hullock gibbon, which has been mentioned over here specifically, so they are also having the three different kind of species. The first is Western Hullock gibbon, then Eastern Hullock gibbon, and Skywalker Hullock gibbon. So these are the three distinct species of Hullock gibbon. these are basically very unique apes. These are apes, so definitely these are a very different one. Now scientifically, these has been named as hulok hulok. These gibbons thrive in the dense forested areas. Dense forests stretching from the eastern side of the Brahmaputra river in the northeast India, eastern side of the northeast region, from that of the northeast India, and from that particular area through the Bangladesh into the western Myanmar. So you can see the Assam Brahmaputra area, northwestern region, then into the Bangladesh, and here you can see the Myanmar. So their spread, you can see that there it actually stretches from Assam, or you can say the Brahmaputra region area, then Bangladesh, and then in the Myanmar. Habitat and ecology, when it comes to this thing, these are they are having the arboreal lifestyle. Western hulok gibbons primarily remain in the trees and venture to the ground only in the extraordinary situations. They don't come down, they don't, walk on the grounded area, but basically they are always on the trees only. So only the extraordinary situations, under these kind of situations only, they will be coming down. They typically form a small family groups characterized by the monogamous bonds, usually giving birth to a single offspring. That's it. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Concede the following statements, and this is related to Rohingya. Last DNA we covered this thing, Rohingya related issue. Okay, the very first statement is the Rohingya people originate from Myanmar and constitute an ethnic community. Second is India has officially approved and accepted the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Third is the Foreigners Act of 1946 does not authorize the detention of refugees in India. How many of these are correct related to the Rohingyas? Answer is option B, and here the third statement is incorrect. This is the one which we had covered. This is the article which we had covered in the previous DNA. Yeah, what about ma'am? Ma'am, what about yesterday's DNA? Basically we were having a holiday, Raksha Bandhan holiday. That's why we were on leave. Rohingya people belong to the ethnic community which originates from Myanmar. Okay, so they basically migrated from Myanmar to Bangladesh and then India. India has formally endorsed and ratified the United Nations Convention on Rights of the Child. This article was related to the children only. That you cannot punish a child. What had happened? There was a child who died because of being in custody. The parents, the child was in custody. So because of that reason. Now you cannot punish the child for what their parents had done. You cannot do that. Though India lacks a distinct refugee policy and it is not the signatory of the Refugee Convention of 1951, we haven't signed that. Consequently, refugees in India may be held in detention according to the provisions of the Foreigners Act 1946. Okay, this is the reason why that was wrong. Next question, it is related to Article 35. Again, we had covered this in our current affairs DNA basically. The first statement is Article 35A granted the authority to the Jammu and Kashmir legislature to delineate the permanent residents of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Statement 2, Article 35A lies beyond the scope of judicial examination. Well, third statement is the original constitution does not provide a precise definition for Article 35A. How many of these are correct? related to 35A. We had covered this thing in a very detailed manner. This was the article which we had discussed. Article 35A took away fundamental rights while giving special rights to permanent residents of Jammu and Kashmir. This has been said by Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud ji. Answer is over here 3. All the 3, see, it means all the 3 statements are correct. Now, when it comes to Article 35A, it had provided some kind of, you can say, enshrine special privileges to the residents of Jammu and Kashmir. So there were a lot of opportunities which was specifically, or you can say exclusively, for the residents of Jammu and Kashmir, not for the outsiders, like employment, like the land. So all these kind of issues were there. The permanent residents encompassed individuals who held hereditary status as the state subjects. If you were the state subjects, then only you will be considered as the permanent resident. It was not like that if you recently purchased land over there and you were living in that particular state for 10 plus years, then also you won't be considered, because here it is saying the hereditary thing. Tracing back to the year of 1927, since that time only they will be tracing. During the era when the Jammu and Kashmir was princely state prior to the integration of Jammu and Kashmir to India in 1947. So the cutoff date is 1927. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statements. The very first statement is, the most worrying category of drugs in India is Tylenol. Second is, Narcotics Control Bureau is the nodal agency for drug law enforcement in India. Third is, India is a signatory to UN Convention against transnational organized crime. Okay, so this whole one, right? UN Convention against transnational organized crime. So you have to find out the answer. Choose your answer over here. Answer is option B. The first statement is incorrect. Express view on Kashmir drug crisis. Many people are consuming drugs in Kashmir, and those are basically provided at really very low rate, and the students, or you can see the youth of Jammu and Kashmir, are consuming it, and many people are dying because of that. Opioids. These are the most concerning class of drugs in India, with the usage of this in the country being 3 times higher than the worldwide average. So according to the worldwide average, if you compare with the worldwide average usage of this thing, then you will see that we are 3 times ahead of them. NCB, Narcotics Bureau, it serves as the primary authority for enforcing the drug related laws in India. Do remember this thing? Okay. Additionally, India has ratified the UN Convention against transnational organized crime also. We are supposed to keep a check on these things. And these are not right also. Why? Because it destroys you, it destroys your future, it destroys your career, it destroys your family. It will destroy everything in your life. So better avoid this thing. Now the last question of day is related to Indian elephants. The first statement is, the female who holds the position of matriarch leads the elephant herd. Second is, it holds the classification of being critically endangered as per the IUCN Red List. Third is, the Center Sector Scheme Project Elephant was amalgamated with the Project Tiger in recent times. We had covered this thing. I hope you people remember. Which of these are correct? So the answer is A. Only one statement is correct. Rite of passage elephant corridors in India, which is very important. There are a lot many elephants which are being killed, and conflict between humans and animals, you can see almost every day, you can see that. Statement 1 is correct over here, because obviously the eldest female of the group leads the herd. Okay, now among all mammals, they possesses the lengthiest gestation period, which can be from 18 to 22 months. There was a PYQ also related to this thing. Previous a question, you can find it, in which the gestation period and this matriarchal thing was also written, that the lady, or you can say the female elephant, eldest female elephant, leads the herd. Many were confused on this point, but this is correct. Within India, the state of Karnataka harbors the largest count of elephants. Largest number of elephants, you can find it over there in the Karnataka. Second statement is incorrect. When it comes to the IUCN, it has been mentioned as endangered. It comes under the endangered list. Third statement, Project Elephant, the initiative which is called as Project Elephant, which began as a centrally sponsored scheme in 1992, has been recently integrated with the Project Tiger. Okay, integrated, okay, not amalgamated. So that is the reason why that statement is incorrect. Okay, so this is it related to today's MCQs. I hope you people enjoyed it, and you people are enjoying your Raksha Bandhan day also. See you in the next video. Bye bye, take care, and have a great time. Good night.